There you go.
Welcome back to I Hate That Shit.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know, it's a podcast about hating shit.
And loving
Loving
life.
life.
Loving life.
For better or worse.
Mm-hmm. Hi, guys.
Here's your host.
Bonnie.
And I'm Liz.
Hope this finds you well.
And we have a special guest today.
Hey.
Hi.
What's her name again? What?
I don't know.
What's
That's your
name?
people, not
Yeah,
mine.
what's your name?
Tanner.
Tanner.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Usually, like, the guys sit here and they do all their Instagram.
No, that's
and
just Jalen.
That
man.
is really just Jalen, too. I mean, he's probably
He
traveling
throws
the
out
world.
fake fucking promo codes.
He really does.
This is
You're
it's
putting
like
me on
do
the
out
spot.
J baby,
okay, baby.
2020.
Yeah, whatever. Well, we welcome you, Tanner. Thank you for being here. Tanner wanted to come on today and just rant and rave and talk about shit she hates, and I'm always down for that. You know?
Yes.
Yes, and so are you, Miss Liz.
Yes.
Yeah, and I know you are.
Oh, always.
Tanner might be young, but I'm telling you, she's pretty wise.
I was just going to say young and wise.
Yes, you are. You really are. I am proud of you to be my friend and vice versa. And if that sounded weird, it's because I'm really stoned right now, people. Okay, sorry. But
What's
anyway,
new?
I know what is new. Anyway,
I've
what do
learned
you...
how to be wise from the best.
That's right,
so.
see? She knows. She knows. So what you got for us today? What we going to talk about?
I just want to talk about how literally everything sucks. Like everything
agree.
nowadays just sucks.
Yes.
And that sounds very, very negative. But I'm actually a very positive, bright person. Like,
Yes, you are.
my life is incredible. I absolutely love my life. I'm a very happy and bright person.
Yes.
But also at the same time, nowadays, everything
Shit's
is just
going on.
whack.
It is
Like,
whack.
everything
I
sucks.
agree with
So-
that. I agree. It does suck out there. What's up your crawl about what's sucking out there?
I would say, like, the whole social media thing, how it's just taking over everyone's lives, which social media can be a good and a bad thing.
Of course, I agree.
But because it's such a big thing now, everyone, the whole entire world is not present. Everyone has their face in their phones
Yeah,
at
I
all
agree.
times.
Well, that's like the argument they had about like Miranda Lambert
yeah.
recently.
With her
Go
the
with-
selfies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, well, they just took a picture. And I saw the actual like video of
Right.
people who were in the audience there. And you see it's like this whole thing.
Yeah.
It's not just a
Like
picture.
it wasn't a quick
Right.
picture.
No, they're all.
It was a whole photo shoot. And it was during a ballad. It wasn't even during like a big.
when you're
and it
supposed
was,
to light your
So it's a
your
residency.
lighters,
It's her
right.
Vegas residency.
right.
Right. And so it's in the Caesars, I think
Right, the
Caesar
auditorium.
where there's seats and stuff. But it's a ballad,
Yeah.
not this nice high pitch,
Right.
like high temp
Yikes.
or
Yeah.
whatever.
And she called them out.
Yeah, because
Did
they
you hear-
kept
see that?
like they were
She called
kept
them out.
taking all these pictures and taking all these pictures, and they were talking. And I saw a couple of videos, and they were like talking above her singing.
Oh, that's rude.
It's
to
just
get
like,
it.
come on.
I know it's rude.
And because of that, because of the social media, because one of them was a quote unquote influencer,
Yeah.
and
Oh my God, that term just.
it does,
Irritates
it
me.
irks me. But that's what it was. And then people were like, "How dare she?" They were just, it was like if it was a picture, she probably wouldn't have said
no,
anything.
they were being
But
rude.
because you did a photo shoot
Yeah.
in the middle of a ballad with
Yeah.
the flash photography,
right.
Yeah.
disrupting the whole concert to the point
And-
that the artist says, "All right, we
What
need
the
to
fuck?
stop."
Yeah. What
And
the
you
fuck?
know what? You know
She
what?
did, too.
It's only for the internet. It's literally
Yeah.
for people pleasing
Yeah.
Yeah.
strangers on the internet.
I know it's weird, isn't it?
It's insane.
It's
It's
really weird.
insane.
It's really
It's-
But I
It
feel
is.
like with this whole thing, like back then, like, you know, I was born in 97. So I know.
Phoebe.
But I feel like I got lucky enough to be in the last generation of kids that got to live their childhood
Right.
with no
Right.
social media,
Right.
no
At
phones,
least for the most part,
no
no
nothing.
social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
feel like back then was just like happier times all around.
Well, people are pleasing. People
Yeah.
pleasing.
Well, it's
People-
like, well, I saw this interview with Ed Sheeran,
Right.
and he kind of said it best, where he was like, every time somebody posts a picture on social media, you always post the good things, not the bad things.
Right.
That's not special
that's
to
not
him.
reality.
A lot of
Right.
people
Right.
fucking say that, but
Right.
it was the way he said continuously through the statement was, every time somebody posts this good moment, it's like they're trying to get the attention because they can't get it anywhere else.
That's
Exactly.
true. That is
Exactly.
And
that
it's
is
like
true.
a hug through the internet.
Well-
And you see them and you just want to
Yeah.
give them a hug, like, are you okay?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird.
If I
It's
could like
weird.
do anything, I would literally go back to like the time where like I would want to live in that time period, like 80s, 90s, like
Oh yeah.
where
Believe me, it was good.
phones were not a thing.
No, they were
and
not.
oh my God forbid, you have to talk to someone in person.
Yeah.
You know, like when I was a kid, like I had the best childhood. Like we didn't have phones, we
You
didn't
have good
have
parents,
nothing.
too.
Yeah, like me and my best friends all lived on the same street growing up, and every single day we were outside running in the sprinklers, playing in the dirt, riding around the neighborhood on our bikes. Our parents didn't have a clue
No.
where we
See,
were.
that's weird hearing it from her, because that's what we did in my
Yeah,
generation
that's what
too.
I'm saying. I feel like I was in the
'Cause of your
last
parents.
generation
Yeah.
of kids
That
to
got
be
to
able
do
to
that.
experience that.
Yeah.
Nowadays, and this is why I say everything sucks, is because kids are growing up with social media.
Mm-hmm.
So, number one, all these kids are growing up seeing all this stuff on social media.
Right.
And now their brains are going to be automatically wired to think, oh, I have to look a certain way. Oh, I
Yeah.
have to do this. Oh, I have to look like Kylie Jenner. Oh, but I'm sorry, you're like 9 years old. So,
Right.
you know, like, and
It's
just-
true, man.
I feel like it was bad enough when we were kids.
Right.
And all we really had were like the magazines.
Right.
Like the
Yeah.
teen,
Yes.
like Tiger
Yeah.
Beat
Right.
and
I
all
had
that.
those
Yeah.
too. I love
Insert whatever your
Right.
high
Right.
school, teenage, tweenage
those. Right.
magazine was.
Yeah.
Right.
but it's like
But it wasn't like you're saying, it wasn't this constant just
Constant.
shoving in your face, on top of the body issues.
Right.
It's also
Yeah.
they're also being exposed to more adult things.
exactly.
And I would say, like, as a child, yeah, I was exposed to it, but like I wasn't. If you
right.
really pay attention to what the
bad.
kids
Right.
today have, the
Yeah.
palm, literally the palm
I
of their
know,
hands,
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's wild.
versus
Well-
we had to like go snooping and
Yeah.
finding,
yeah, like
Yeah.
really sneaky.
Or ask somebody. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
does
and
suck.
get all the wrong information and
Yeah, pretty much.
everything, and they're just like,
Pretty much.
Google.
And
I
it makes
know.
me sad because
Wow.
like all these kids are growing up with a screen in their face.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they could be, you know, playing outside, like playing with their friends, riding their bikes around, having an actual childhood. But also now that social media is a huge thing and technology has literally taken over the world,
Yes, it has.
these parents are also like, oh, well, I'm just going to throw them an iPad and call it a day. Like, take your kids outside.
Well, you know
like-
what? I understand that point, and I agree with that. But sometimes,
I mean, sometimes yeah, of course.
You
you
need
don't
a
want to
break.
hear them.
Of course,
For,
yeah. I just feel like a lot of
I know what
times
you mean,
it's
yes.
like these kids are
It's-
growing up on
right.
an iPad and they're not
It's only
growing up.
that.
Yeah, they're not growing up in real.
right in real life. Yeah,
Life,
not
like-
falling down and skinning their knees.
Yeah.
I mean, how many kids out there I wonder know what kick the can is? You
Oh,
know?
no one.
You know,
Absolutely
or
no
red
one.
light, green light.
Cops
I
and
mean,
robbers.
Cops from our red Rover.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, I wonder how many kids.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to ask the kids in the neighborhood
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
if they know any
Yeah.
of those games.
But yeah, I just feel like no one is present
No.
ever, and it's very frustrating. And you know, if I could go back and like be like this age that I am now,
Right.
26, like if
Oh,
I could,
yeah,
if I
of
could,
course.
if I would literally sell my soul
yeah.
to be in my 20s
Ah.
in like the early 90s.
Ah.
Everything was so chill.
No.
Everyone, I just feel like it was so much
It was
better.
different. It's
Definitely different.
It's different. It's because you're equating what's going on now
Yeah.
with just the social media aspect.
Yeah.
Because I know the girls were born in the late 80s, early 90s, and they still dominated the phone in the house.
Yeah.
So, but I see with the screen, or they watch tons of TV too.
Yeah, that
But I
too.
think the difference is that that's all parents let their children do. I'm not saying everybody out there don't cry, don't get your panties in a knot.
That's another thing.
Yeah, I'm saying that I understand it because I had children too, but try to involve your kids in other activities. Summer didn't want to run track, and I was the track coach, so what do you think she did? You know what I mean? You're the boss.
Yeah.
You know what? Too
Yeah.
much screen time. Read a book.
I think people equate it now, just to play devil's advocate, to screen time.
Yeah.
Now, because that's what it is now. It's
Yeah.
screen time.
Yeah.
But you look at like when the telephone took off, teenagers were like locking themselves.
Exactly.
You would
Yeah.
see
I
the
was too.
string. You
Yeah.
took the
Yep.
the landline.
Yep. It's true.
Shocker.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
were landlines. They were in your house.
I
they
grew
were
up with
permanently
that.
there.
I had that. I do know what
And
a
you would
landline
go
is.
hide in the closet from everybody, and you would talk for hours and hours and hours.
That's what I would do.
until your
Exact-
parents dragged you out.
Yeah, it's so true.
I would
know,
sneak
and
that
it's-
phone in the middle of the night.
Oh, yeah,
exactly,
of course.
and it's essentially kind of. It's not the same,
but
it's
it is the same. I agree.
It's that technological advance of like
Exactly.
now I can go
Yeah.
hide. And then they got the cordless phone, and
Yeah.
then you could never find
Yeah.
it.
No,
And all of a sudden, you're on the phone with your friends hiding, and all you hear is beep, 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 beep.
Yeah.
Beep,
Because
beep,
it was
beep, beep.
going low. Oh,
Well,
it's so funny.
And I'm not
Yeah.
even saying that like social media is a 100% totally negative
No.
thing, because
No,
social
yeah.
media can also be used for good things.
I agree.
Like, I have a clothing brand, and like I have to use
Ooh.
social media.
What closing?
Yeah,
promote
what's your
it.
closing-
Promote it.
what's
It's
your
Tell
called
us.
closing
Sunshine
brand?
Label. Okay, everyone, it's about to drop. So first
Sunshine
drop
Label.
is very
Sunshine
soon.
Check it out.
Yes,
By
it's a-
Tanner.
Look out.
Yes, it's a 90s vibe skatewear brand.
Where can
So,
they find you?
Ooh.
very soon. Instagram under
Instagram?
Sunshine Label with an underscore at the end of it, because I can't have Sunshine Label.
Sunshine Label.
Because Instagram
underscore.
sucks. Because
There you
Instagram
go.
sucks. But so that's how I see the positive part of social media, is
Right.
that you can literally promote yourself, promote your brand, make money, like whatever.
Yeah.
But along with social media being a good thing, it's also a bad thing, because I
Yeah.
feel like literally everyone's lives are going to pass them by,
Yeah.
and they're not going to remember a goddamn thing
That-
because their
right.
phones were in their face
Yeah.
their whole entire life. I mean, literally, like, look at going to a concert. I went to a concert last week, sold out, Don Toliver show. It was amazing. It was so much fun.
Good.
I had my phone out for maybe 10 minutes
You're
of the
not paying
whole
attention.
entire thing.
Yeah.
I mean, like, taking videos
Right.
and whatever, just to have like some like memories, you know?
Of course.
But it's like these people at concerts, like, back then when cell phones weren't a thing, every single person at a concert was completely present in the moment, having the time of their life, having
Yeah,
a
ain't
blast.
that nice?
Now, you go to a concert, every single person has their
Is there
phone
like
out
this?
the whole
Yeah.
They're
entire
all
time.
taking pictures and stuff.
And
on
I'm
video.
like, I think that's so lame.
It
I
is
think that
lame.
is so lame, because then you are literally watching it through your phone.
Yeah, that's
So
wild.
it's like, why don't you just stay home and
Right.
watch it on the internet?
Right.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, I
come
agree
on.
with that.
That was something I was talking to somebody about. They went to a concert, and they went to like the opening night
Right.
start
The drop.
of the world
Right.
tour.
Right.
yeah.
And I was like, because I had seen a whole bunch of videos. I was like, are you glad you went the first night?
Right.
Because this is months later, and I've seen so many videos.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're giving away all the quote unquote secrets, all the little Easter eggs, everything
Oh.
online. And so,
See,
like,
that
if I were
sucks.
to spend that money for that concert
Right.
right now,
Yep.
I would be pissed
I
off.
would too.
Yep.
Because I already
Yeah.
know everything that's going to happen,
Exactly.
where to
Yep.
look, what's going to do.
Exactly.
And they were like, yeah, I'm so happy I did, because I would be pissed off right
Yeah.
now, too.
And I mean,
Yeah.
tickets to concerts are not cheap.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They are
it's
not. How
ridiculous.
much are tickets now?
It depends on the
Well, who's
concert.
on the person, right?
It does depend.
and
like,
scalpers.
yeah. I know that, like, you know, the Taylor Swift tour was just happening. Maybe it still is happening.
It is.
I don't
It
know.
is.
The Eras
But
tour.
I know that those tickets are up the ass. Like, they're so
Right.
expensive.
They can go. It
But-
depends on where you get them from, but they've gone up
More
to
than
like
$1,000.
$10,000
Okay,
Yeah.
well, let me drop this
because
about
scalpers went
concerts.
and bought all
Yeah.
the
That-
tickets.
The scalpers that I used
and
to
they're
deal
not
with.
scalpers like you
Right.
used to deal with,
Right.
Bonnie. These are the ones
I-
that can sell their tickets worldwide. with
No,
a click of a
it
button.
doesn't matter. Let me speak my point. My point is that I saw, still relevant today, Police, Thompson Twins, maybe they're not Madness. I've seen the Rolling Stones. I mean, all of those concerts. Tickets were not more than $75. But the same people now are charging thousands of dollars in
It's
the same
ridiculous.
stadium. Same people. Why now?
Can I talk
Why now?
about? There was a interview where it was in
bullshit.
the early '90s. It was Nirvana time. It's like
Right.
peak Nirvana.
Right.
And they did a interview with Kurt Cobain and Dave Grohl.
Before he went.
Yeah, well, obviously, because he was talking in the interview, Bonnie.
I said before he went.
But it was him and Dave Grohl and the other guy that was in it, and they were talking about concert tickets, and they were talking about how Madonna charged $75. They're like, that's insane. Who would pay $75 for a
That's-
concert ticket? And then today,
Yeah.
it was the irony that struck me that I was looking through concert tickets for the area,
Right.
and the Foo Fighters, which is headed by Dave Grohl,
Right.
who is shitting on people charging $75
Yeah.
a
Wow.
ticket. It was like $200 a
See,
ticket.
I'm not. I
I'm
won't
like,
do
are
that.
you like? I
Yeah.
get inflation.
Right.
Do not get me wrong.
They're already rich.
Don't
enough.
get me wrong, but when you're already bitching, because when
Yeah.
Kurt Cobain's bitching because people are paying $20 for a Nirvana ticket in '93,
Yeah.
probably,
They were cheap back then,
and
man.
now Dave Grohl who was sitting next to him while he was doing it,
Right.
is charging $200
right.
for a Foo
That's
Fighters
my
ticket.
point.
You can't
Exactly.
even leave the house now without spending $75.
Exactly, man. It's crazy.
It's
But
insane.
that's what I mean.
It's all
Just-
damn the
it-
man until you
Exactly.
become the man.
Yep.
And
That is
then
true.
you.
Oh my God, yes.
But even if I became the man, the black woman, let me just say, I would never be greedy like that. I'm
Yeah.
not a greedy person, though.
No.
I mean, I don't understand why you could see the same concerts from the 80s and the 90s
Mm-hmm.
now with the prices through the roof. I mean, some
They
man,
have a lot more people they're paying
You
now.
know,
that is true too. But a man said he took his daughter and his friends to see that Taylor Swift concert, like $4,000.
ridiculous.
$4,000.
You know, I
For
literally,
tickets.
I just bought concert
Stupid.
tickets again last week. I bought concert tickets for Playboy Cardi in September. And
Ooh.
yes, it was expensive. It was like, you know, I got 2 tickets. It was almost $500 altogether. But they're floor seats, so
Okay.
they're great seats.
Right.
I got them on a pre-sale.
Right.
And also, I see it as, I mean, obviously I like Playboy Cardi, so I want
Right.
to go. But it's a chance to promote my brand
Right.
at the show.
Right.
So
Right.
I don't care that I spent that money.
No, you got to spend money to make money.
Exactly.
I get
so
that.
whatever. But yes,
Yeah.
most of it is.
I
like,
mean, look,
ridiculous.
listen.
Yeah.
If you have the money to spend,
Exactly.
on it, just
Yeah.
enjoy yourself.
Exactly.
Like, look, if your
I-
bills are paid and you
Yeah.
have your shit together,
Yeah. You only live once.
No.
go do it. You don't have to justify.
No, you
it.
don't.
like,
But the thing about it is, I have money and I still ain't doing that shit.
Yeah.
It's just, I think it's a
it's like,
ripoff.
I feel like it's a if you deem it worth it for yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Now there is
Like,
some
would you
concerts-
spend $500 for those 2 tickets? Probably not.
No.
Would she? Yes. That
Yeah.
fits you
Right.
and where you're at.
Yeah.
Right.
Financially,
I agree with that, right.
morally,
Yeah.
mentally.
But
that's
that's
And,
also-
fine.
and being young.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like there are things you'd spend money on that she
he-
probably
oh
wouldn't.
yeah. Oh, Tanner
And
likes
it's-
everything I do, man. Come on
just
now.
saying.
It's also part of why everything does suck right now, though,
Right.
because
Yeah.
everything is so expensive. Another thing that just came to my brain that I did want to talk about, which also why everything sucks now, is dating nowadays.
Oh,
absolutely
here we go. Here
sucks.
we go.
What
And I'm not
happened?
going to talk
Oh.
about the situation that just
What
happened to me
happened?
because I'm going to get fired up and I don't want to get fired up. However,
What happened?
however, why I think it sucks is because not only social media, because on social media you're constantly comparing.
Yep.
Oh, well, maybe I could have this. Oh, maybe this could be better. Whatever.
I don't
But
do that. Maybe it's because I'm old.
No, I feel like
It's
it's more
just-
insecurities.
It is,
do.
it is.
I agree.
But
Which everybody has, but it's different levels.
It's
Yeah.
different
Go to,
levels.
yeah.
But I think it's just like, back then, before social media and phones and whatever were a thing, when everyone was present, living
Yeah.
in the moment.
Right.
I'm sorry, but you had to physically walk up to a girl and you had to say, hey, I think you're pretty. I want to take you on a date.
Or a note.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, it's,
Now it's sexual
Hey.
assault.
Yeah.
yeah. Now it's sliding into your DMs,
Yeah.
and these guys are saying, "Hey, want to chill, bitch? No, I don't want to fucking chill.
Right.
Ask me on a goddamn date.
Right.
What the fuck?
Right.
Like." That
Right.
blows my mind. That's why dating sucks. That dating sucks now because everyone is on social media.
Right.
Guys think,
Right.
oh, I can
I
only
think
ask
it's
a girl out on
gone.
social media.
It's
Right.
and it's slid. It's been a long slide.
It has been a long
It's
slide.
been a long slide from like dating and courting and all
That's
that.
what I was gonna say.
So like, let's date, let's
Right.
go out, let's hang out,
Yeah,
let's
why?
hook up, let's see how it goes.
They don't wanna
let's
be gentlemen.
talk. Let's.
It's ridiculous. I think
But
it's
the women
pathetic.
don't want it either. On the
See.
same thing,
I
it's
think
like
it's
it goes.
pathetic.
It's been
I
a
agree with that.
long.
It's
It's
right.
a long slide, even
Yeah.
through the '90s and the '80s.
I want to be wined and dined and romanced.
Yeah, I'm not saying you don't, but I think that's
do.
what societal standards, if you
Yeah.
will,
Because
I don't
no
want
one
has
someone
led
to
to. But
slide
there
into
are
my DMs.
people.
No.
There are people who do want you to come up and say hello.
Yeah.
My name is
Right.
XYZ.
Right.
It's very nice to meet you. Can I buy you a drink?
Right.
If a guy did
But
that to
it's-
me, I would be highly impressed.
I agree with that.
And
too.
like a no expectation drink. Is
Exactly.
The thing. And that's
Exactly.
the key to it. It's like, can I buy you a drink?
Yes.
Yes, but I don't want to hang out. I'm whatever. I'm
Thank
not
you
in
for
the
the drink.
mood.
Yeah.
I'll take the drink if
Yeah.
you want it, but I
Don't
just
roofie me
to
either.
let you know, I'm not in the mood for this.
Exactly.
I just want to clear my mind and then they respect it and say, okay, well, cool, whatever.
I agree.
Yeah.
Get
they
your
don't get all
drink, put it on my
butthurt,
tab.
like,
Don't.
oh, I just got rejected.
Here's my number. If you like to call me, call me. If not, cool.
Right.
But it's gotten to the point where it's not like that.
And you
It's
know
like,
what?
I don't
Well,
like
if
that.
you don't want to fuck me, I'm not buying your
Yeah,
drink.
it's so
like,
dumb.
Yeah.
It's,
well, then
there's
don't
no,
buy my
they're not
drink. I
gentlemen.
don't care.
And you know
They
what?
need to be gentlemen.
Yes, going off of that, how
And
they're
they need
like,
to be ladies.
Yes, they do
yes,
need to be ladies.
Yes, and you know what? Like going off of that, how they're like, I mean, I'm not even saying just men, because nowadays everyone is
That's
disrespectful.
why. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's so true.
now that social media is such a big thing, people think that they can say whatever they want,
Yep.
whenever they want. And mostly because they do it behind a screen.
Yep.
They can hide behind a screen and they
Yep.
think they can say whatever they want.
Amen, sister.
And that's why social media sucks.
Yep, I agree with
Because
that.
you're hiding behind a screen and whatever. And then, say you're on like dating apps are a big thing now. Say you're on a dating app and you're talking to a dude for however long and whatever. I'm sorry, but 99% of the time, that conversation you're having with this person through the phone is not going to be the same in person.
No.
In person, they probably suck. So,
Isn't that called catfishing?
Yes.
That's catfishing,
no.
right?
I mean, that's when
Well,
it's a
no,
fake
catfishing
person.
is more of like if I showed you a picture of somebody, if I showed you a picture of her,
Right.
And it wasn't
and you were
me.
expecting her,
Right.
and then I show up,
Right.
and you're like,
Yeah, it's like a
Fuck.
fake person.
That sucks.
But everyone
I'm so
has-
glad I'm not
that's
dating.
catfishing.
I-
Catfishing
that's
is
stupid.
even though you've taught, it's like
I would beat the shit out of someone that
what's
did
it
that to
called?
me.
There was a movie called Roxanne, but it was,
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm talking about with
The
the
Cicero
big
de
nose.
Bergerac.
Yes,
Right.
Cicero.
Cicero.
Yeah.
Cyrano.
It's
Cyrano.
essentially him.
Right.
Well, whoever
Right.
the fuck
Right.
his
Right.
name
Right.
is.
Steve
It's essentially
Martin.
him.
Right.
With the big nose.
Right.
The Shakespeare. I think it
Yeah.
was Shakespeare.
Yeah. He's doing the
and he hid
yeah.
behind the tree and
Right.
like had the attractive guy, but
Right.
his words were coming through
Oh,
the.
that was such
That's
a good
essentially
movie.
what catfishing is. Is
Bullshit,
like
too, man.
you're like, oh my god, he's hot. Let me listen to him, and then you fall in love with the words of somebody
Somebody
else,
else.
with the vision of someone.
Yep.
It's so good.
Catfish.
That's such a good
That's basically what
Right.
catfishing is. It's
That's
like
shitty.
this is my presentation
That's so
versus this is
that's
me.
so shitty.
But that's the thing, like everyone hides behind a screen. Oh, and also, oh my god, what else sucks is the whole like filters thing.
Oh,
which
God, I know.
don't understand because
That's
okay,
gonna get you in trouble if
you
you
know
go
what?
missing.
No, this is what I don't get about that. Let's say you post all these pictures of yourself on Instagram or a dating app or whatever, and there's a filter on
Yeah.
every single one of them.
Yeah.
And you show up to this date with this guy, and of course, you're not going to look the same because you don't have your filters on.
Right. That's so
And
embarrassing.
the guy
man. Ugh.
calls you out, and
Yeah.
he's like, "You just didn't look like your pictures."
Would you say
And
that's
then-
catfishing as well?
Yes.
Maybe
an
a
extent.
form,
To an
maybe a
extent.
form of
Yes, a
catfishing.
form.
If you
Yeah.
do like the supermodel
Yes,
hottie filter
yes.
versus just like a little
Yes.
soft light filter.
Right. Right. Like
But
Carrie
then,
Lake.
you know, the girl gets upset, and it's like, "Bitch, what did you expect?
Right.
You have filters on every
Exactly.
single one of your pictures, and you know that you do not look like that.
And
so
that's
what, are
what you
doing?
want them to see.
Yeah.
So when you meet someone in real, because it's real life, it's real life.
It blows
No
my
filters
mind.
in real life.
It just
No,
blows
there isn't.
my
There shouldn't
mind.
be either.
It blows my mind. And then
Yeah.
the girls get offended and whatever.
Yep.
Oh, and there's another thing,
Oh yeah,
which is
girls,
why today
preach
sucks.
it, preach it, preach it.
Yes, which is why today sucks.
Tell them.
Every single person on this earth
Mm-hmm.
gets offended over literally everything, and I
Yes.
just can't. I can't even. I don't get it.
I know.
I don't get it.
Everyone's
I feel
offended.
like
Oh.
I am like the chillest person. I'm very zen. Like I'm the chillest person on earth. I don't give a fuck. Whatever.
No.
You can say something.
Don't
And
take what's going on
it
right
will
now
not offend
as part
me.
of her whole
As what?
as part of her whole personality.
Oh,
This is the one vent.
Oh, ooh, Tanner.
The
she
rest
don't
of
give
it
a fuck.
zen.
She
Yeah,
don't, she don't
yeah.
give a fuck. She knows who she is.
This is the one
Yeah.
non-zen moment.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
agree
yes.
with you though, Tanner.
Sometimes
I
it feels
agree.
good to just like pop off. You know.
You have to. That's why we have this.
Yeah.
It's called I hate that shit, and
But,
you got shit to
you know,
hate right now.
I do hate that shit.
It's all
Everyone
good.
gets offended over
Yeah.
literally
Stupid shit.
everything.
Yep.
It's like, okay, I think that everyone as a collective needs to go frolic through a flower field, touch some grass.
Smoke some pot.
Yes, that too.
Definitely
Chill
do
out.
that.
Everyone just needs to give each other a hug. Everyone needs to get along. It is really not that
It's
hard.
not, but
And
people want to be victims.
you mostly for attention.
Yes.
You say
Ugh.
one thing, and all of a sudden they light your ass up.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, well, they said this, and I didn't like it, and meh, 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 meh. Well, bitch, guess what? You can literally hear something, not like it, and move on.
Right.
Like, it
Right.
doesn't matter. If
No.
it does not affect your life in any way,
Then
then
keep
why
walking.
do you
Dude,
care?
this is what you say.
Keep
Please
scrolling. Keep
kindly
whatever.
Yes, why
fuck
do you care?
off. Please kindly fuck off.
It's like you're really gonna put your energy.
Yeah, into something that doesn't matter.
I don't get it. I don't know. I just,
People
I don't
are
get
like,
it.
people want to be the victim because, like you said, for attention. I mean, there's some legitimate shit out there that
Right.
happens to people.
Yeah.
But to Tanner's point is being offended. I mean, look at this right now. With this, I could just say this Bud Light shit. Well, we're boycotting
my
Bud Light
God.
because you had a transgender woman, and now they're
Who
all like that.
cares?
Which
Shit-
wasn't even that. It was they gave the person a can of beer.
Yeah,
A can.
I know.
One can.
See,
One.
Doesn't matter.
Can.
Doesn't
Is
matter
what-
because they're against
And
that
then
shit.
they're like, "Oh, we're boycotting
Yeah.
Anheuser-Busch," and then kept drinking Anheuser-Busch because they're too
Products.
fucking stupid to
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
Bud Light was
Ain't the only
they're
thing.
Like, oh, Budweiser for me, and it's like
So I never actually like.
Stupid.
that Bud
Yeah.
Light.
Yeah.
It's just the light version of Budweiser.
I never saw like the actual. I guess it was like a commercial
Yeah, I
or
saw
whatever.
that.
I only.
It
It
was not.
wasn't a commercial. She was
No.
promoting Bud Light.
Who?
It was Dylan Mulvaney,
Yeah.
the transgender quote unquote influencer.
I don't know who that is. All I
Is
heard was that there
also-
was something going on with someone transgender. I thought it was like a commercial or something. I
stupid.
never
They
actually.
sent it
Stupid.
was here's because I stumbled upon it and I watched the actual video
Right.
that it happened.
It was
and
no
I
big deal.
did more.
Yeah.
So it was the 1 year anniversary of this person getting gender affirming surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Bud Light sent a single can
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
with the person's picture
Uh-huh.
on it to them.
Uh-huh.
That's it. And they went on their social media and
Yeah.
said, hey, look what Bud Light sent me.
And now people
This
are in
is
an
great.
uproar.
Yeah.
Oh
If
my
you want
God.
to drink it, go drink Bud Light.
Yeah.
If you don't, don't. But this was my journey. They're helping me
Exactly.
celebrate.
And people
It
are
is what
pissed
it
off.
is. And then they went
Stupid.
up in arms saying, oh,
Yep.
they're trying to.
Yeah.
groom the
and
kids.
pedophiles, blah,
And it's
blah.
like, no, I'm pretty
No.
sure your youth pastors are.
yeah.
Not,
Yeah. And the people
not
in the
this
churches.
person
no.
who's saying
It's
if
not the
you're
drag
over the
queens.
age of 21
Yeah.
and you want to drink a beer,
Have at it.
they support
Yeah.
me. So
Yeah.
if you want to support them, great. If you don't, don't.
And you
It's
know
so
there's
dumb.
so many people in the world who
And
will
Kid Rock
never
was
drink
like,
a
let
Bud
me-
Light again because
no,
of it.
because they're racist and they're
They
bigoted.
will. They'll forget about it. They'll get
It's just
distracted
like,
by some
chill
other shit.
out.
But the thing about it is, for me, you want to own Bud Light and own the libs, so you go out and buy a 30-pack just to shoot it the fuck up. You're still giving them money.
Yeah.
You go out and buy a 30-pack just to shoot it up. First of all, what a waste of money. Two, you're
What a
dumb.
waste of beer.
Yeah, it's just it doesn't make sense.
And then the trippiest thing was somebody told me recently, like their friends didn't. They were part of like we're not drinking Bud Light anymore, and then they went to a store and it was like a 30 case for $10.
I bet
'cause
they bought
was- Yeah, they did.
Goodness.
Yeah, they did. And I was like, fuck, I don't drink Bud Light, but if you give me a 30 pack for
Yeah.
$10,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna have a good night.
Rocco would
that I
definitely
will
buy that too.
probably not
Yeah.
remember the
I mean,
next
but that-
day. Like
but
I don't
why-
give a shit.
You know what? Tanner's right about that because everyone is butthurt about every little thing.
Everything.
I mean, if you disagree with someone, it can't just be
And it's
an
always
agreement to
followed by like,
just a disagreement.
you shouldn't be so sensitive.
Uh-huh.
Bud Light hurt my feelings. Like, shut the fuck up.
I don't-
It's
I
a
don't get
beer.
that one
First of
either.
all, if you're drinking Bud Light, you're already the fucking problem. And I say that knowing damn well that's what my dad drinks.
But yeah, my
Like,
brother-in-law drinks.
You
it
can
too.
give him anything
cares?
else. He won't.
Oh,
he won't
he
buy
doesn't
it
drink it
because it's
anymore.
not the cheapest to buy.
Right,
But like, if he goes, "Hey, let me get a Bud Light,"
right.
I'm like,
And,
okay,
and
cool.
who cares? That's the thing. And Tanner's
I've
right
had
about that
it. It's
butthurt
shit.
bullshit. And people being all pissed off about every little thing. Look, Chick-fil-A, I mean, we just passed Pride Month. Whether you believe not LGBTQ and other and all of those acronyms,
Yeah.
whatever.
So like they hate LGBT.
Yeah.
It's like yeah, but there are a lot. I have personally known a lot of gay people
Yeah,
who have
and
worked
who cares?
for them. It's
So
like
why-
yeah, they
why?
don't support the lifestyle, but it's a private business
It's-
and they have every
right.
right to. They do hire LGBT. They don't turn you away at the door. 'cause
Why
you're
would you want to
gay.
do that just because you're butthurt that someone's not the same as you?
It's all like
That's bullshit. You get offended because I see the sky as blue and you see it as green. Well, one of us is wrong.
Yeah.
Period. Someone is
unless you're
wrong.
colorblind.
Well, don't get smart. I mean, you know what I mean, though? One person is
Somebody
will
was
see
wearing
it as
this.
blue or green. What?
Somebody wearing this.
Jacob was.
Oh.
But I mean, you know what? Someone's wrong. Period.
Everyone just needs to chill. I
You
really
know?
think everyone needs to
They
touch
do.
some grass, go outside,
Amen. Stick
get
your
off
feet in
their
some
phones.
sand.
Yes, and just chill
That's what I
out.
did.
Like
Live
just
and let
chill.
live, bro.
Yeah.
If you don't like someone's lifestyle, don't have them in your life.
No,
It's
but
that
it,
simple.
it really is. But you know, people
Hey.
want to do that. Me and Liz talk about this all the time, or Cynthia, Rocco, all the time. Is my biggest thing is I'm so sick of seeing people try to fit me into some little box that they think they deem is the way that I need to
Yes.
be. Fuck you. I am happy in my skin. I know exactly who I am as a person.
Exactly.
And you know what? I might be a bad bitch, but you know what? I'm a nice one, though. Shut up, Liz. You know it's true. I know you know it's true. And all you out there know it's true, too. So that's all I got to say on that. What about you, Tanner? What else you got for us?
Ugh,
What
there
else?
could be so many things.
I think we're pretty good. Yeah, we think we're have anything last things to say. Thoughts?
There's like a big one.
Yeah.
There's a big little bug in your butt. I don't know.
Yeah. You don't have any more left in you.
I don't know.
What's on your
Just
notes?
like I literally just think that like back then compared to now is very, 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 very different.
Mm-hmm.
And like even though I was at the very like tail end of that time,
Right.
you know, like I wish I could like go back to it and just at least like I wish that I could like experience at least like some of my 20s how I did like my childhood.
Yeah.
You know,
Everyone
like
wishes that.
yeah, like no
That's not-
phones,
yeah,
like just like being present in the moment. But at the end of the day, I honestly think everyone just needs to like really like have a come to whatever moment and just be like, oh my God, like I need to be more present. I need
Yeah.
to be nicer to people.
Yeah.
I need to chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
everyone just
Yeah.
needs to like,
I agree.
I will
Chill.
say, just
I agree.
to kind of go into the closing, there was actually a study done. I'm not going to cite it. I don't know the citations and everything, but I did see or read about it where they did a study with like social media and all this. And you're talking about being present, and this is kind of where this is going, is that people are so used to looking at life through their phone and through the screen that it's gotten to a point where there are a lot of times where people don't know whether it's their memory or somebody
terrible.
else's
God,
I
that's
believe
or
that.
something that they saw, because you're always looking at it through this screen. So
Right.
anything that's on that screen suddenly becomes your memory.
that's how you know that that's a problem.
Yeah, and so I mean, I think
It's
it's to the
crazy.
point that, like, I mean, yes, we did. I mean, the cameras were different, and we
Right.
did look through the little
viewfinder.
and click the pictures, but it also got to a point where the camera got sat down.
Right.
And I think we need to get back to where like you can
yeah.
set the camera down. You can
Right.
enjoy the phone. You can, like you said, where you are on your phone for 10 minutes, taking a
Yeah.
couple pictures,
Yeah.
a couple
You have to have a balance.
videos, a quick little
Right.
memento here and there.
Right.
But at some point, be able to set it down and actually
be present.
in the
You're right.
moment and
It's
understand the difference between this
Right.
is my memory
Right.
versus this is something I saw on my friend's phone.
Oh,
This
it's
is
so
something I
sad.
saw
And
Right.
at the end of
on
your life,
social
Yeah.
media or whatever.
yeah, at the very end of your life, when you look back on everything, you want to have actual memories.
Yeah.
That
You're
are
on your you
yours.
live
Yeah.
your life in your phone and you're gonna have nothing and you're gonna
Yeah.
be like, what even happened all these years? Like
Yeah, my point, and this really gets in my crawl, is that I grew up without cell phones, media, all that shit, right?
Yeah.
So the thing for me is when I'm driving down the street and I see someone my age or older with their fucking phone in
Oh
their
my
fucking
God,
face while
don't
they're
even
driving
get
down
me
the street.
started.
I know we won't, we won't, but I'm just saying, they lived without that.
Mm-hmm.
So do you become so addicted to your phone that you're willing to put a 3,000 ton vehicle make it as a death trap for someone else? I mean, we hear all the people who get hurt by cell phones. I mean, deputy ran off the road because someone was looking at his phone while he's driving down the street. It's just,
ridiculous.
I don't know, man, but I think like Tanner says, we really need to get back to the basics.
Yeah,
Being
just have
able to
fun and
enjoy
be
life.
present. Yeah.
I mean, and
Be a
that's-
part of life
be a
is
part
the
of
biggest
it.
part.
I
Be a
agree.
part of life.
Be a part of it. Not live through vicariously through your phone, which is why I just don't get that shit anyway. But
Because
anyway,
how lame is it, like, say that someone's like, oh, how was your summer? What'd you do?
right.
And guarantee a very, very high percentage of kids
They're
now
gonna pull out the
are
phone.
like,
Let
oh,
me
I
show
just,
you.
I just
beat this
slept.
level.
I was just, in bed on my phone the whole summer.
Nothing
It's like,
memorable
Are
to
you
say.
kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, go live your life. Like,
Yeah,
oh
man.
my goodness.
That's terrible. But that's all I got to say about that, because I do agree with you. And Tanner, it's been nice having you here. It's been a good chat with her, huh?
It's
It
been
is fun.
great.
I could do this
Yeah.
for hours and hours and hours.
And you can find
honestly.
her
On
Clothing line
Instagram,
on Instagram.
Sunshine Label.
Sunshine Label.
_.
Yes, which is ridiculous, and I'm emailing Instagram to try to get that changed. Though.
Why?
But for now, that's where we go
Yeah.
find it and order it.
Because I
and
just
all
want
that
it
good
to look
stuff.
more official.
Oh God! Then put the word official there. Then.
I think it's already taken.
Oh.
Like where we can find us on Instagram at I Hate That Shit Official. Or
Tell 'em,
online
Liz.
at IHateThatShit.net, which will take you to the Instagram page, I believe.
Yes.
And a comment. You can ask us questions.
You really
or
should, you
give us
guys.
feedback or whatever you want to
Yeah.
do. And you
We
can
love it
go
all.
on YouTube, which is where we are now. At I Hate That Shit. That's our channel name.
Yes.
I
And
love
you
the
can-
name. I love the name.
You
Yeah.
can like, subscribe,
better.
comment, tell us how much you love us, hate us, ask questions, agree with us, disagree with us. We don't give a shit. Just say something.
I'm 100% behind Liz. Listen to her. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome, you guys. And thank you for listening. We are being listened to in 32, is it 32 or 33 countries now?
I don't know.
Isn't that wild?
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's
it's
just
very
the ones
cool.
we can track. We
Yeah,
don't know.
we don't know all of them.
Either way,
but-
we're all around the world.
Yes. So
Check us
on
out.
that note, don't let shit get you down. You're not alone. We're all in this shit together. Peace.